Hello, callers, and welcome back to another episode of Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca. I'm back again to give you guys the latest FC Barcelona news, transfer rumors, and many more, as I usually do, except for these past couple of days that I've not been feeling too great. But luckily, I'm back again stronger than ever before to give you guys the very latest on FC Barcelona. In this episode, we are going to be focusing on three developing stories, starting with this report from Spanish publication AS that reports that Barcelona are ready to do a major U-turn as they are ready to keep hold of both Antoine Griezmann and Philippe Coutinho. Of course, this comes as a shocker to some of us because we know Laporta is trying to balance the books at the Camp Nou and to also abide with the La Liga wage protocols. Lionel Messi is still to sign his new contract, and because of this, he's not yet signed. And of course, these two players, Antoine Griezmann is the second highest earner in Barca. Coutinho is also demanding a higher salary for Barca, and when we think about this, I seriously ask myself, how will Messi sign a new contract? But according to this report also, they say they are reiterating that Barcelona will only sell either of them if a suitable and tempting offer comes in, So we're going to be discussing much more on this story as we move ahead. Then secondly, we will be discussing on this young talented attacking midfielder in the Barcelona B by name Alex Collado. Of course, talking about his future, as reports are saying that Alex Collado is set to join Club Brugge, the Belgian club. And of course, now this is what really happens. The German trip that Barca had, that we went and played Stuttgart yesterday and won 3-0. Alex Collado was, returned back to Spain. Of course, he went with the squad that went to Germany yesterday and he was sent back to Spain. Of course, he took permission voluntarily to leave. And of course, with many doubt and speculation about his future lately. This is a guy that have always been putting the effort to show our boss Koeman that he wants to be integrated in that first team. And with this report that he fancies a move to the Belgian club, it's of no surprise. Now, when we consider the way Barca is structured now, there's a lot of competition in that attacking line, a lot of competition. And of course, he even signed a contract in the 31st of March that contract included a clause that he will be integrated to the first team, which now things don't even show promising for him at all. And of course, Alex Collado has been linked to Club Brugge, and in fact, per report, they are saying that he's closer to stealing a deal in Club Brugge. But it might still be a loan deal for sure, as per the report. So we don't know if it will be a permanent deal or a loan deal. We just have to keep our fingers crossed. Then lastly, not the least, we are going to be discussing about this recent transfer rumor according to Spanish publication Sport, that Barcelona have been offered a big opportunity by super agent George Mendes to sign Wolverhampton Wanderers striker, 24-year-old striker Rafa Mir. Of course, he was once a La Masia product. He just played for 2 years, 2009 to 2011, and went back to Spanish club Murcia. Of course, now he plays for Wolves in England in the Premier League. So we're going to be discussing in much details on that story as we progress. So guys, before we move ahead, please, I just want to say something. If you're a true lover of Barcelona and you always want to stay up to date with the latest Barcelona news, transfer rumors, and many more on FC Barcelona, please endeavor to click on the subscribe button of this channel so you always stay up to date with the latest news you will need to know on FC Barcelona. In a major plot twist, AS is reporting that Barcelona have decided to keep both Antoine Griezmann and Philippe Coutinho at the club unless huge offers come in for the pair. Coutinho has been with Barcelona for over 3 years now, but has failed to hit the heights expected after the club record move from Liverpool. As for Griezmann, the Frenchman too has been unable to perform at the level expected since arriving from Atletico Madrid back in 2019. Given Barcelona's current financial plight, both Coutinho and Griezmann were at the top of the chopping list for Joan Laporta and co, as they look to get a semblance of control on the wage bill and complete the contract re-signing of Lionel Messi. Indeed, Griezmann had been put on the shopping window by the Catalans, who had offered him to multiple clubs, as we have been hearing in the past couple of weeks. Most recently, the 2018 FIFA World Cup winner was proposed to Manchester United in a swap deal that would see Victor Lindelof arrive at the Camp Nou. As for Coutinho, the Brazilian is still recovering from the injury he sustained back in December last year. Talks over a move to AC Milan had been rife for a while, but it looked like a stay of execution has been passed with regard to their careers at Barcelona. The report states that the club, along with input from our boss Ronald Koeman, have decided to keep hold of the duo unless a stratospheric offer comes along for either of them. It is claimed that Griezmann has impressed the manager heavily with his commitment during pre-season, why the Catalans still view him as a top player with a lot to offer. Furthermore, it is also stated that Barcelona do not plan to hold talks with the ex-Atletico Madrid star over a reduction of his wages, as his salary is believed to be within the current parameters. Koeman, as per the report, also sees Coutinho as a valuable player who can contribute to the team once his recovery is complete. Described as a great asset, the Blaugrana would hold on to the playmaker this summer unless a massive offer is made, which would still potentially happen in the final couple of weeks of the transfer window. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. According to a sudden flurry of reports, including that of, ever-reliable journalist Gerard Romero, Barcelona B captain Alex Collado is set to leave Barcelona. Earlier this summer, there were rumors that the youngster had decided it was time to move on from the club if he was not promoted. Despite early signs of his promotion and a bigger role in the first team, things at Barcelona don't look to be in the Spaniard's favour at the moment. He has already departed Barca's training camp in Germany with permission from the club and seems to be in good terms with the departing board. If reports from Fernando Polo are to be believed, Collado is set to join Club Brugge in Belgium, at his own request. The player has now seen firsthand the little role he will have, in the team in the coming season if he stays. So the competition in Barcelona's forward line, as I earlier reported in my introduction, is unforgiving. And it would be fair to say he will not see much of the daylight if he stays. That said, the player has now decided to opt for a change of scenery. It was also reported that Collado is very close to agreeing a deal with the European side, but it would not be a club in Italy, Spain or Germany. The attacking midfielder joined Barcelona's La Masia in 2009 and has been a standout performer for many years now. On the 31st of March 2021, Collado signed a contract extension, with an assured promotion to the first team. Now, with the move close to being finalized, it remains to be seen whether the winger moves on loan or on a permanent deal. Then on to the final story of discussion. As per a report from Sport, Barcelona have been offered an opportunity to sign Wolverhampton Wanderers 24-year-old striker Rafa Mir. The Murcia-born forward spent a couple of years with Barca La Masia Academy between 2009 and 2011 before having stints with Real Murcia and Valencia, following which he ended up at Wolves in January 2018. However, Rafa Mir failed to settle down with the Premier League outfit. The striker has had loan spells away at Las Palmas, Nottingham Forest and Huesca, with the latter one lasting 18 months, during which he impressed quite a bit. Indeed, Rafa Mir enjoyed a productive 2020-21 campaign, scoring 16 goals in all competition. His exploits in the Tokyo Olympics to Spain have seen his stock rise further, especially after his hat-trick against Ivory Coast that sends La Roja into the semi-final. Now, it has been reported that Barcelona have been offered the chance to sign the two-time capped Spanish international by super agent George Mendes. It is not the first time that the Catalan Giants were given an opportunity to sign Rafa Mir, with the club having turned him down only a few months ago. However, the 24-year-old is now back on the table for Barcelona, who could potentially be losing Reminage as well as Martin Braithwaite this summer. Wolves, for their part, are also open to cashing in on Rafa Mir as he is in the final year of his contract there. The Premier League club would also be open to a player exchange as well if the offered star fits their project. Whether that appeals to Barcelona or not and prompts them into taking up the option of loaning him remains to be seen. So it must be noted that the Catalans have already brought in two new forwards in Memphis Depay and Sergio Aguero this summer, and Antoine Griezmann also looks set to stay. So callers, with that we come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching and hope you did enjoy the video. If you haven't clicked on that subscribe button below, endeavor to do so you always stay up to date with the latest Barcelona news, transfer rumors and many more here on our channel Viva Barca. Until next time, Visca El Barca.